topic which we will discuss is plant breeding, okay, inbreeding depression or consanguineous mating. Now, when we talk about inbreeding, we are talking about inbreds. Okay, inbreeding, they come from the word inbreds. Now, inbreds, what does inbreds mean? It means close relative. Okay, in case of humans, alright, in case of human being, it can be brother, sister, or it can be cousin. Alright, in case of plants, it is selfing. Okay, and selfing usually it is achieved in self-pollinated crops. Alright, so these are the inbreds. They are close relative. They are related. They belong to a very small gene pool and they are closely related to each other. Okay, so in case of humans, it can be brother-sister relationship. It can be cousin-cousin relationship. And in case of plants, alright, it can be selfing or that is in self-pollinated crops. Okay, now human beings, they don't encourage brother-sister relationship. They don't encourage anyone to marry your own sister or marry your own brother. Okay, it is considered to be a sacrilege. It is considered to be a sin. All right, in most of the human races. All right, it is considered to be a sin to marry your own brother or your own sister, or they always discourage this cousin wedding. Like they discourage to marry your first cousin or your second cousin because why? We are inbreds. We are very close to one another. What is the meaning of this close? Right. The meaning of this close is that our genes, alright, it belongs to a common ancestor or ancestry. Okay, brother, sister, they have come from a common ancestor. Our genes, we share the common gene pool. Cousin, we have come from a common ancestor. Alright, we are sharing the same gene pool. And then in case of plant, alright, plants which reproduce by self-pollination, they also come from a common ancestor and the genes are being shared by the plant. So if the genes are too close to one another, what happens is that it is lethal. Alright, it is lethal to such a marriage. That's why brother-sister marriage is not encouraged because why? The genes are too close and it will be lethal. It will be lethal to whom? The product of this marriage, brother-sister, the baby or the hybrid. It will be lethal to this hybrid. Cousin marriage is discouraged because why? The product of this marriage, again a hybrid, it will be lethal to that hybrid. Okay. Again in self-pollinated crops, okay, where self-pollinated crops are being brought together, again it is lethal to that hybrid because why? Many genes which are not favorable, they come and appear in the population. And most of these genes are lethal genes or they are sub-lethal genes. What are these sub-lethal genes or what do we understand by the term lethal? Alright. When we talk about the genes which are sub-lethal or lethal genes, we are talking about these genes, the recessive genes. Okay? Recessive genes, they always appear in homozygous population. Now what does homozygous mean? Homo again means same. So if you come from the same ancestry, you are inviting these genes, the recessive genes to come. Alright. Then If the plants are coming from the same ancestry, they are inviting the recessive gene, the homo, right? The same genes, the same type of gene combination to come, and these genes may be lethal or sublethal, which means they are recessive. In what ways are they recessive? They are recessive in this way. In case of humans, alright, like a brother-sister marriage or a cousin-cousin marriage, what will happen to the offspring? The offspring will hardly survive. The survival rate, it goes down. What does it mean? The infertility rate, it goes down. Alright. What will happen when the survival rate goes down, the infertility rate goes down? Even if the child does survive, the child will carry many complexities. Okay? And it is because of the behavior of these genes, the recessive genes, which are very lethal in homozygous condition, because they are coming from the same gene pool from the common ancestry. In these plants, how does the lethal and the sublethal gene express? They express in these ways. You have a root, alright, but it is not functional. So what does it mean? Cannot survive. Okay. You have flower, but it is defective. So what is the use? Alright. You have a root, it is not functional. You have a flower, it is defective. Okay. You have seeds, but the seeds are not viable. They are not functional. They cannot generate and produce a new plant. So all these are what? They are known as traits. And these traits are a manifestation of the sublethal and the lethal genes. Alright. In plants, in self-pollinated plants, as a result of inbreeding depression, what happened to the plants? What happened to the hybrid plant? It also expressed sublethal and lethal gene, that is recessive gene. In the form of what? The plant will be shorter than the parents. It will be weaker than the parents. It will have no resistance. It cannot resist disease. Okay? If it cannot resist disease, what will happen? It cannot survive. Survival rate is very, very low. Okay? And last but not least, their reproductive, alright, the reproductive potential of these plants is very, very less. So these are the 8 traits. Traits of what? Traits which are being manifested by the sublethal and the lethal gene, which are also called the recessive gene. And why do they appear? They appear because this relationship, alright, it is not selected by nature. Okay? This relationship is because the individuals undergoing this relationship have come from a common ancestry where the genes say gene A, A2, A3, alright, B1, B2, B3, they are so close to one another, but that this combination A1, A2 is lethal to the plant. That this combination B1, B2, it is lethal to the plant. That this combination A3, B3, it is lethal to the plant because why? It has come from a common ancestry. Okay? There is no what we call variation. There is no variation. There is no variety. Everything is the same, homozygous. There is no variety in this type of relationship. That's why in breeding depression it is prohibited in case of humans, and in plants it is also not encouraged because why? It brings about the appearance of this lethal gene. That's why when we talk about inbreeding, we are talking about depression. Why depression? Why not expression? depression because everything is going downhill. Okay, when I cross to plant, I want everything to go uphill. Reproduction should be maximum, survival should be the best, flower should be the best, root should be the best, the seed should be the best. But in case of inbreeding, everything is going down the hill. Reproduction is zero, the roots are useless, the flower useless, the seeds are useless. That's why we call it depression. Okay, now inbreeding depression, it is expressed in small population. For example, people living in an island. Okay, so they don't get too much interaction with people from the mainland. So if they belong to one clan or two clan or three clan and they intermarry, so the gene remains just within them. There is no gene coming from mainland. Alright, so it what happened to this after 3, 4, 5 years or say 15 years of mating? The genes become so close to one another that this population that lived in the island one day will slowly start to shrink. Why it is shrinking? Because there is no variation